Hi, this is Marek from Tryb Solo. Today I have a huge game on my table. This is a game called Middara. The box is huge, as you can see. I think that this is the biggest game that I have shown on my channel. The game is published by Succubus Publishing, and thanks Succubus Publishing for sending this game for review. This is Middara Act 1. There will be Act 2 and there will be Act 3. Just one act and as huge as you can see. This is a story-driven campaign, fantasy, JRPG, dungeon crawler game with a lot of story, 500 pages long storybook, a lot of enemies encounter, you will fight different bosses and different monsters. Cool game. There is a lot of stuff inside. Today I will just do the unboxing because I want to show you what's in this huge box. There will be another video in the future, after I play this game enough to tell you how the game plays and what I think about the gameplay. But first I want to do the unboxing because there is a lot of components to show. This is Middara 1.2, so the latest edition of Middara that was currently being sent to Kickstarter backers, but it also is available to pre-order on Succubus Publishing website. I will leave link in the description of this video to their web store where you can get this game. I said Middara 1.2 because the previous edition, in this edition they changed things from the previous editions, like you have some other cards, some different tiles, the rulebook, the storybook, I don't know. Some things are different, so this is the latest edition. It also has bigger box from what I remember. It includes some trays where you can store different components and tokens and everything. In a second you will see what's inside. As I said, another video will be coming, maybe not very soon, but as soon as I can. So let's unbox the game and let's see what's inside. So this is Middara, and this is edition 1.2. So this is the latest one that they currently sent to Kickstarter backers. It includes some updates, upgrades, errata stuff, some changes in rulebook, in cards and everything. From what I know, it also includes some additional trays for tokens and for different components. The box is so huge that it barely fits in the screen of my camera. So this is really huge and heavy. I have played this game only once in my life a few years ago, so I remember nothing. So basically for me this will be like a first time unboxing and seeing the components because I really don't remember anything. Here we have a lot of empty trays, and below you already can see a lot of tokens. So after punching all the tokens, you will have all the trays full of components, and this is really cool. I think that this is probably new in this edition of Middara. I may be mistaken, but I think that the box was smaller in previous editions and didn't include all the trays. It's really cool. It helps setting the game up. I hate games that don't have any trays and anything, and you have to store everything in just some bags, zip bags, and it makes the setup much longer. This is really cool. So basically nothing to see here, a lot of empty trays. Below we have huge punch boards with a lot of tokens. This is a lot, really a lot. This is like a fantasy JRPG dungeon crawler adventure game, so you can imagine that you will have a lot of tokens for different statuses and everything, like here poison, courage, wilt. All the trays that we have seen a few seconds ago will really help to organize everything, and really cool artwork on the other side of all the tokens. This game includes amazing artwork. You will see everything when we go to the components in the box. Here we have some standees for, I guess, some enemies or maybe bosses, because we will have some miniatures inside here, but I also know that there are some standees. Probably it's not possible in a huge game like this to make miniatures for all the different enemies. The box will need to be twice the size as it is now, like probably some damage tokens. You can see some enemies. This looks like water, things that you will probably put on the map tiles. Here we have, this is the same enemy as before, so probably even more enemies. Some tokens for the heroes, a lot of punch boards, and the punch boards are really huge. Even more enemies. Okay, Root, Whooper. I really like the artwork in this game. And in my opinion, standees are not that bad, because if you don't paint your miniatures, standees look quite good on the table because they have some colors and details. I'm not a painter and I don't paint miniatures, so standees are not a bad option for me. And here we have a big map for all the kingdom that the action takes place in. I like when they add maps to games because it's easier to imagine where the action takes place and where your heroes are. Really nice artwork, cool. And it's cool because it's on a quite thick cardboard too. This is like just an empty card. And here we have miniatures. Even though we had all this, standees, there are still quite a few miniatures, and they look really nice. I like the artwork in this game because it's not a typical, you know, you could say European fantasy style of artwork. It's more like JRPG, so it reminds me a little of all the, you know, Final Fantasy games, or even Kingdom Death Monster in a way. Fire Emblem series on Nintendo. I played a lot of Fire Emblem games, so it's really cool. Some twisted characters. A lot of these miniatures are probably for heroes. Some of them I remember. I think these are heroes. If I'm mistaken, sorry, but the details are really amazing. Okay, like Nier Automata style. Really nice, really cool. So here are some smaller miniatures, and in the second tray, let me put it back. Okay, in the second, wow, here we have some huge miniatures. Let me show you. They look like some bosses that you will have to fight. Cool. I feel some even Dark Souls theme. So some of the enemies remind me of some enemies from Dark Souls. Cool. This is the guy from the cover of the game, I think. I really love huge games with huge miniatures and a lot of components. It's probably because story-driven games and fantasy games and cooperative games are my favorite type of games. My background is RPG games. When I was in high school, I played a lot of RPG games with my friends after school, and this was even before I discovered board games. So this is why I like campaign story-driven games most. Here we have the rulebook. It's version 1.2 May 2023. I know that there are some upgrade packs available on publisher website that you could have ordered. Because one more thing I didn't say, this is just Act 1. This is not the whole game. Like, this is a whole game, but this is like part 1 of the trilogy. And Act 2 and Act 3 will have as big boxes as this one, maybe even bigger. I've seen some photos on the publisher website on Facebook when they showed how many components and boxes will Act 2 and Act 3 have, and I think they were even bigger than this. So this is like a massive, huge game. This is the rule book. It has, as you can see, 100 pages. I'm sure that you don't have to read everything in order to play this game, because it would be crazy. I think that you could probably read the rulebook while playing the game, and there are some sections that are not required when you start the game, but still a lot of rules. This is like an advanced dungeon crawler fantasy adventure game, so you have a lot of things to read, but the rulebook is really well designed. I see there are a lot of examples, cool artwork, sections. There was the whole index, so it should be really easy to find everything you need. But a huge rulebook, but I love that this is like it's binded, so it's easy to open it. I hate when the rulebooks are glued and they have a lot of pages. What we have here? Here we have some books. Let me start with this one, because this is the storybook and this is a huge one. So maybe I will start with this. Let me open it. In this unboxing, I will try to avoid as many spoilers as I can. I hope that showing you some of the components and some of the books and rule books, it's not really a spoiler, because it's a huge game with a lot of story and scenarios and everything. And I think that if you even see a few pages of the rule books or some cards, it will be not a spoiler for you. But I have to warn you, this is audio narration for Middara, really cool. This is a diagram book. I'm not sure what is a diagram book. It shows you probably the layout of different, maybe the scenarios that you will play. I guess, yeah, it shows you which tiles you have to use. So 50 encounters, 50 scenarios, maybe. This is bounty pack. I'm not sure what bounty pack is. Maybe these are some additional quests that you will be able to play. Amazing artwork in this game. And what I really love, that everything is really well designed. Every rule book, every piece of every component that you see, you had this map, you had this rule book. It's not like that they designed the miniatures and they are amazing, but the rest looks like crap. Everything looks really amazing. And this is a crawl book. Looks like some even more quests and scenarios. Just look at the artwork. Really nice and dark and creepy in a way. JRPG style. I love it. So this is another book. Here we have adventure sheet, where you will probably track your progress in this game, different flags, achievements, unlocked upgrades, adventure sheet, quite a few pages. So I think that, I'm sure, I haven't checked it, but I think that you could download additional adventure sheets from publisher website and just print them. And here we have the craziest thing in this whole box, because this is the storybook, and you can see how big this is. Let me open it and let me show you how crazy this is. This is the biggest storybook I have ever seen in a board game. Of course, if you combine probably, I don't know, games like Tainted Grail, and if you combine all the 3 chapters of Tainted Grail, the storybook will be as big as here. But you have to remember that this is Middara Act 1. There will be Act 2 and Act 3, and I bet that the storybooks for the 2nd and 3rd act will be as huge as this. This is crazy. You have 482 pages of stories, of choices, of scenarios. I don't want to show you everything, because this is like a story-driven game, so there will be spoilers in this book. But as you can see, the You have different chapters. The art is amazing. The design of this storybook is amazing. This looks like a lifestyle game. Probably when you start playing Middara, this could be the only game you will play for a whole year. I remember that last year I showed you Frosthaven, and this was also a huge game that if you want to finish it will take you the whole year. And if you get Middara, it's like a game, the only game you could play in 2024 probably. And then there will be Act 2 and Act 3, so you could play Middara for additional for the next 3 years. A lot of bugs. Maybe you will store your characters here after you save the game. I'm not 100% sure. Oh my god, we have even more stuff here. Okay, so here we have the dice, custom dice, as you can see, not a typical D6 dice, different dice for probably combat and different tests and everything. They have different colors. Let me put them back here. Here we have bases for characters, for enemies, and the bases for the standees that will be used in the game, so nothing to see here. My table gets messy and messier because there are so many components here. And what we have here? Here we have map tiles. I will show you the map tiles, but I will not open the map tiles that are included here, because in the package with Middara that came to me, there was this, I don't know, errata pack, and you had there were 3 packages of tiles, but you should replace the tiles found in the game. So here are all the tiles found in the box, and here are the tiles found here. I'm not sure what they changed. I tried to compare them, and for me they look very similar. Maybe the colors are better here, they are more like vivid, and here the colors are darker. But I'm not sure if there are any additional changes. But just to be sure, I will use the additional tiles that were included in the package instead of the tiles that were in the box. I can open one pack to show you what's inside. These are just like map tiles and terrain tiles, so I don't think it's a big spoiler to see the maps that you will play on. Really nice, and it's nice because they have like this glossy layer on them, so it looks really nice. I'm not sure if you can see it in the camera, but some parts of the tiles are matte and some are glossy. Really nice. And I really like the fact that they all are square shaped, so it's easier to store them in the box. They all have numbers and names here, so setting the game up and finding the proper tiles shouldn't be a problem because they are all numbered. So quite a lot of them, 1, 2, 3. So this is just one package, and we have second package and third package. I will not open all of them. You get this idea. And now we have some I don't know, cards for characters and for adventurers. Again, in the package there was some like errata pack included, and a few of the cards described here should replace the cards found in this pack, but it doesn't really matter for the purpose of the unboxing. Let me show you the cards here. Probably most of them are for the heroes. If you don't want to see anything, any spoilers, you can close your eyes and skip this part. But seeing some adventurers and some enemies, I don't think it's a big spoiler. This is like a story for the characters, the artwork, amazing artwork. Okay, so here are the heroes that you can play. They have different stats, different attack and skills. Okay, so these are the heroes probably. This is enemy, some enemies. Okay, let me show you some of them, maybe not all of them. Look at the artwork, just amazing. Having an art book for this game would be really awesome. Cool, so cool. Okay, so here are some of the cards that you can find in this game. Character cards and enemy cards. And this is like a large hidden card deck. Stop and do not reveal the cards here. I guess you will find more heroes here, because I think that there are more heroes than just the 4 that you found in the first package. Maybe some additional enemies. I will not open it for sure, to not spoil you the fun. What do we have here? I will put it back in the box. And here we have some, I think, equipment cards, some loot cards. I will open maybe one pack to show you what's inside. I hope it's nothing secret, because all the cards that shouldn't be opened, they have this label stop and don't reveal the cards. So if there is no label here, I guess I can show it to you. Different types of loot, of items, of weapons, of okay, cool weapons that you can use. Really cool. I hope the rulebook will tell me how to organize everything. They have different colors here and so on, but there are so many cards inside that I'm not really sure how to organize everything. For now, I will just put it like here, and I will try not to mess and open all the cards pack, because then it may be hard to put everything back and organize everything. Okay, and here we have some smaller cards. Item upgrade, okay, different upgrades. So many elements and so many components. And I really appreciate that this is not a app-driven game, because with so many components and cards and enemies and storybooks, they could make this game like app-driven, like Journeys of Middle-earth or Destinies, but they decided to make the game analog, and this is really cool. I have nothing against games that combine some digital elements, but I also really love traditional tabletop games. Subterfuge, I don't know what this is. These are different cards with different probably skills that you can get in the game. I guess different statuses, or maybe different abilities, or maybe different spells. I'm not sure. A lot of them. So this is a huge game. You could see it from all the components. So this is basically the unboxing of Middara. I hope that I haven't shown you anything that was spoiler heavy, just some cards and components. Everything looks amazing. Just seeing the components makes me want to play this game. I will make another video where I will tell you what I think about this game. I will not make any spoilers, but I need to play this game a few times at least to have any idea how the game plays, so I'll be able to tell you anything about the gameplay. For now, thanks for watching. Tell me in the comments if you have played Middara, if you have backed Middara, if you plan to get Middara, if you played, what is your opinion on this game. In the description of this video, I will also leave link to the publisher website and web store. They have opened a web store where you can get the latest edition of Middara with some expansions, so it's really cool. Click the like button if you like the video. I will be happy if you subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye.